Yo, what's poppin', Bagel Bros, and welcome back to another Patreon rant. If you want one of these for yourself, be sure to give me $10 on Patreon. This one comes from Funky Boy Haas, who says, "Rant about the worst anime takes you've ever heard in your life, and why we should legalize killing people we don't like / serious." I agree, man. Killing people should be legal. This is 100% an opinion that I hold. Now, what came to mind when I saw this rant request was a very specific tier list. A while ago in a server I'm in, you're seeing it on screen, I saw this tier list, and I was fucking baffled. It is so unbelievably confounding that this is something that is real. I was beyond words. So let's just go down the list. So first of all, in Kino, those are completely adequate choices for Kino, right? Completely understandable. At S tier, we get to some weird ones. First of all, we have Madoka Magica, I believe, or the movie, but I believe that is just, yeah, I don't see the movie listed separately. So I'm assuming it's just Madoka and Madoka the movie in one spot. Already, I think Madoka is way overrated. This is going to be a hot take from my end, and I know Funky Boy Haas completely disagrees with this just from talking to him. He like, his favorite anime is Madoka. I think Madoka, if you give Madoka a 10, then you have not seen enough anime. Look, I can understand giving it a high score, but it's such a weird show to give like a max score. I don't think it's nearly as deep as a lot of people will say. What, just because it's a magical girls show where people die? It's not even the only magical girls show that has dark subject matters like that. I just think they're like, the characters aren't that interesting to me. I really don't care for them at all. I think the story, it's an interesting story, but there are way more interesting stories thematically in terms of characterization, way better stuff out there. But like the other choices here, ReZero Season 2, I have heard is not that great compared to the first one, but I haven't seen it, so I can't really comment on it. I gave Season 1 of ReZero a 7 out of 10. It's good. It's alright. But it's not like Kinography or whatever, it's a fine show. Moving down to A tier, we have K-On! Season 2, which is probably underrated, but I haven't seen it. Girls Last Tour, I probably agree with that. Serial Experiments Lane is one that I don't agree with, but in fairness, I think I just don't vibe with Serial Experiments Lane as much as other people. I can totally see why someone would rate this highly. Your Name, that's defensible. Like, there are problems with Your Name, but it's fine. A Silent Voice, I think, should be higher. I really do. But other than that, like, it's not that bad in the A tier either. B tier, Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood, I haven't seen, but I imagine it's much higher. Steins Gate being only B tier, I do have to raise an eyebrow at. I gave Steins Gate a 9. I think it's really, really good. I really fucking like Steins Gate. I would put it on par with stuff like Bakemonogatari. And even Evangelion. I gave Evangelion a 9. I think, I like these shows a lot. I think they should all be in the same tier, but, I mean, being B tier isn't that bad. And I haven't seen any of the other shows on the B tier. I should watch them. Now, C tier is where it starts to become very odd. So I believe that's the poster for Jujutsu Kaisen, the movie? Or is that Season 2? Is it just Jujutsu Kaisen in general? I think it's Jujutsu Kaisen in general, because I don't see any other images for it. So I guess, okay, so it's not being separated by season. Good, I should probably have picked up on that sooner. So yeah, the K-On! Season 2 thing I said, it's for K-On! In general. That also, I don't even think is the poster for Season 2 now that I'm looking at it. No, it is. There's 2 exclamation marks on there. So, Jujutsu Kaisen being C tier. That's not the worst take. That's not the worst take out there. It's fine. Like, I gave it an 8, but you know what? That's a defensible take. It is kind of normie slop. I'm not gonna lie. Fooly Cooley, I have not seen, but I already suspect that this take is incorrect because Fooly Cooley is known for being very experimental. It's known for having a lot of intricate themes about coming of age. It's known for being very dense, right? I think I would love Fooly Cooley if I watched it. One Punch Man being in C tier is insane. So, yeah, One Punch Man, I gave an 8. I think it is hilarious. What are we doing putting it in C? Wonder Egg Priority? Yeah, that's understandable. I saw a bit of Wonder Egg Priority, but I never finished it, and so I never got to the part that most people say it falls off at. And Gurren Lagann, I know this take is wrong. I have not seen it. It is on my plan to watch list. I know this is just an incorrect take. There is no defending this. I know it's like at least a 9. Like an 8 at absolute worst. I know that it's going to be great if I watch it. Here's where it gets bad. Here's where it gets, like, baffling. Dragon Maid in D tier. Now, if you don't know, Dragon Maid is literally one of my favorite anime of all time. I think it is a fucking masterpiece. Like, it's the perfect quintessential slice of life. It has interesting themes. It's extremely optimistic. Like, there is no show that makes me more instantly happy than Dragon Maid, because it's all predicated on this idea that dragons can destroy the world. They take on the appearance of humans, and they're told to stay away from humanity, but they could... But like they go in anyway, and they could destroy the world. And it's through just sheer trust that they don't. And it's like, that's such an optimistic message on its own. Like, the show does, make... Like it does challenge this idea that, like, should dragons and humans really live together? And, Kobayashi, the protagonist, says, we should. And the reasoning behind it, it's not really an attack on the logic. It's an attack on the belief that, oh, well, someone's going to be a bad apple. Kobayashi essentially says, I believe that we're gonna be fine. It's such an insanely hopeful show. Like, it's fucking great. And so to put it in D tier, why? I really want to know why. I believe I had a conversation with this person, but I don't believe it was archived anywhere, because at some point the server completely nuked their general and got a new one. And so I think that the only reason I still have this is because I reposted it on my own server. I'm very glad I kept it. But what's more offensive, Rent-A-Girlfriend is on the same tier as Dragon Maid. Fucking Rent-A-Girlfriend. On the same tier as Anohana, as My Hero Academia, as Demon Slayer, as Erased, and as Kaguya-sama Love is War. Now, I have differing opinions on all of these shows. I think Hero Aka I watched 2 episodes of and thought it didn't look that good. Love is War, I gave season 2 a 10. I gave season 1 even a 10 back in the day, but I'm not sure if I'd still agree with that. Demon Slayer I gave a 5. Erased I haven't seen, but I would probably like it a little bit. The point is, like, look, it's not that I love all of these shows in D tier. It's that Rent-A-Girlfriend shouldn't be anywhere close to them. None of these shows are as bad as Rent-A-Girlfriend. Granted, I give Rent-A-Girlfriend a 6 just because I think it's, like, fascinatingly bad, and because I find intrigue in that. But realistically, like, if I'm talking purely from a, like, technical standpoint where I think the writing and directing quality are, it is way worse than every other show in this tier. Like, even Demon Slayer, which I am not a big fan of, is better than it. And I mean, the F tier, what qualifies a show to be in the F tier? Look, I didn't like Yuru Camp. It's not F tier. Like, I don't even like the show, and I'm still have to defend it from this fucking tier list. Why is it an F tier? And then Nichijou is also in the same tier. Why? Why is it F tier? Look, I get it. Not everyone is going to find Nichijou funny. All right, it's a very specific sense of humor. It's very absurdist. It's very out there. I can understand not liking the show. F tier. What does it do that makes it F tier? You know, to me, a bottom tier of a show is something like aggressively bad, like an isekai. If I'm putting it at the bottom of my tier list, that has to be like really, really specially bad. Like every isekai on Earth, I actually can't think of anything else. Isekai are just automatically F tier to me. Almost all of them anyway. Nichijou and Yuru Camp aren't that. But then we've got Dr. Stone, Fire Force, like, I haven't seen these shows, but I know they're not F tier. I know they've both got extremely creative ideas. I've seen Soul Eater, which is the Fire Force author's other work. I haven't finished it, but I saw like almost all of it. I think I got like up to the last 10 episodes, and I liked Soul Eater plenty. So I'm sure Fire Force is like at least fine. You know, I know a lot of people don't think it's as good as Soul Eater, but I'm sure it's okay at least. Goblin Slayer, I know is pretty controversial. Honestly, I could even see a tier list reasonably putting that in F tier. But then we've got Horimiya and Konosuba. Konosuba, which by the way is one of the funniest anime ever made. It's like joy-inducing. The characters are all great. Like, what is the logic? This person just clearly has, I mean, obviously this is like all the anime they've seen. And so, like, I know that this tier list is just a product of not having seen many anime, and specifically not having seen many isekai. I think only, let's see, is Goblin Slayer an isekai? I think it is. And Konosuba and ReZero. Like, those are the only isekai they appear to have seen, unless I'm missing something. I'm scrolling through it just to double check, but I think that is it. I think that is all. Like, those are all the isekai. Like, if they saw a truly bottom tier isekai, I'm sure they would disagree with it. But it's just like, it's so baffling. Why is this tier list like this? I know why, but I still have to ask why, because it's so dog shit. Yeah, that's about it. See ya.